Mary was an ordinary girl, but God found favor in her faithfulness. He chose her to be the mother of his son, Jesus. And if that's what God wanted her to do, then she was willing. Mary's reflections could have been something like this. The memories I have of that night of wonder and joy makes a lifetime ago seem like only yesterday. Joseph, my husband, and I lived in Nazareth. And at that time, Caesar Augustus decreed that everyone go to their city of birth to be taxed. So Joseph and I traveled to Bethlehem. I was going to have a baby, and traveling on the back of a donkey was a bit frightening, knowing the birth was so soon. The road was long and weary, even with the rest stops along the way. Finally, we arrived in Bethlehem, along with hundreds of others. Joseph tried to find us a room, but it seemed all had been taken. But one innkeeper offered us his stable for the night. Joseph and I were so tired, we welcomed a bed of hay to rest on. During that night, the Son of God was born. He was to be called Jesus. We wrapped him in a clean cloth, and Joseph laid him on hay in a cattle trough. I remember to this day, the joy overwhelms me still in my heart of holding him and feeling those tiny fingers wrapping around my own. There was a bright star in the sky that night that brought visitors to see him. Among them were shepherds. Now, they had their own experience with wonder that night. As soon as the shepherds saw Jesus, they fell to their knees, thanking God for fulfilling his promise. They knew they were in the presence of God's Son. Jesus grew to teach, heal, and show us how to live with love in our hearts. He paid the price for living out God's plan by dying on a cross. But it did not end there. He rose to life again to give hope and eternal life to everyone who would believe. Yes, there are many memories of joy and pain, but through it all, God has been good and faithful.